Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Love English podcast, and it's my pleasure to meet you, or let's say to talk to you again on a new episode with a very important topic to share with you. So in today's episode, we're going to talk about the skill of dictionary use, and we're going to discuss why every language learner needs a dictionary. So let's start with the very important things or all the important things that you need to know of why you should own a dictionary. Now, many of you might wonder why do I need a dictionary in such a developed world where I can just find the word meaning with the click of a button? Why would I need to learn how to look it up using a dictionary? Now, looking a word up in a dictionary is nothing like looking it up on the internet. And that's because when I talk about the skill of dictionary use, what I'm talking about is that you should know everything about that word, not just the meaning. Let's say the part of speech, the word collocations, how the word is used in one entry. So when you look the word up, everything is there, depending, of course, the kind of dictionary or depending on the kind of dictionary you're using. And what I'm talking about is like a one language dictionary, so it's an English dictionary. I don't want you to resort to the your mother tongue, or let's say if it's Arabic or any other mother language. Now, another thing about the skill of dictionary use, what I mean is when you master the skill of using a dictionary, you'll be able to look a word up in seconds. So when I ask you for the meaning of a word, or when a teacher asks you for the meaning of a word, you'll be able to find the word in very or let's say fast, so you don't take too much time looking that word up. That's because you've mastered the skill of using a dictionary. Now, how or why should you master this skill? I'm going to discuss or mention some points that are going to be I believe and I'm sure that you're going to benefit from for sure. So the first one is you should have a dictionary that's an English, as I mentioned before. So it's an English dictionary, and there is no other language there. Why is that? Because using the one language dictionary is going to let's say you're going to acquire the word as an English word and not based on translation. So you have a separate lexicon for English, let's say in your mind. You're not depending on translation, so that in order to know the meaning of a word, when you think of the word, you think about it directly in English. There's no a two-way, like English, Arabic, English, no, or let's say English or any other second language, let's say, a mother tongue. It's always English, directly to English. When you translate a word or know the meaning of a word in English, you know all the words that are related to that item. So you know synonyms, you could even know antonyms, you could even have collocations, because the dictionary also provides you with a sentence where the word is used. So this is the first reason why you should look a word up in a dictionary, or why you should have, let's say, own a dictionary. Moving on to the second reason why I think you should own a dictionary is something that I have already talked about before, which is transcription. And when I talked about the patterns that using a dictionary could teach you and make you master. So whenever you look a word up, it's always in the dictionary, then you're going to be able to notice the patterns, pronunciation patterns, and you'll be able to pronounce a word once you see it, because you've seen those, let's say, phonemes so many times until you're now able to pronounce any word without even seeing the transcription, because again you've seen the patterns many times due to using the dictionary. Always using the dictionary. Okay, so let's move to the third point. The third point would be this is something amazing, I believe. When you always use a dictionary, you are forming a visual lexicon. I don't know if I should use this term, but what I mean is seeing the words once and again every time in the dictionary is going to build for you a visual lexicon, so you will be able to see the word and even write it correctly. So you're seeing it when you're thinking of writing a word, then it's like it's there in the form of a visual in your mind, and you can see it. The spelling is even you're even going to be stronger at spelling, so you'll be let's say an excellent speller of words. And I assure you that this is a tried technique that I've myself tried, and if anyone of the people who hear me know how excellent spell I am. Okay, so this is another way that using a dictionary is going to make you master. And I believe that everyone, or let's say every language learner, should own a dictionary in order to be or to have a rich repertoire of words, so that when you talk or let's say write, you don't only have like specific or very limited set of words, but you have a variety of words. You know the part of speech, you know where to put the word in a sentence. You can recognize a word just by seeing the synonyms. So let's say you're asked to rephrase a sentence, then you're able to replace that word with other words because you have a set of synonyms, or let's say even antonyms, and also the collocations. Speaking of collocations here, the dictionary also teaches you what words go with whatever word you're learning. So it's not just knowing the word meaning, but also how to use it correctly in context. So you know what words are linked to that word. And this is such I believe is a significant skill for any language learner. So that's all for today's episode. I hope that everyone not having a dictionary is going to get one right now. So thank you all for listening. Bye for now.